Hey guys, what's up? It's me, the Meteoraptor, and I am back with a review I am so excited to give. Now, I'd like to apologize for being a few days late. And I'm not going to go into why, it's just my camera wasn't working and I lost the memory stick that had some of the footage and all this kind of stuff. But here I'm back and now I can finally give you the review I wanted to give you. So, tonight, I'm not going to review a Marvel movie. Oh, no way. Tonight, I'm reviewing the 2014 monster film I have been waiting for months and months. Godzilla. Oh, yeah. You guys, a bit of just backstory. I love Godzilla movies. Out of 100, they're usually batting about 97 when it comes to me. Because I loved all the Godzillas in this Godzilla collection. These are all the ones I've seen. I loved Godzilla 2000, like if you remember my review on that earlier. My ex-favorite one was Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, but has now been taken over by Godzilla right here. And you guys, the 97 wasn't from what you're thinking. I actually did find some enjoyment in this, the American remake. Because you know what, you guys, maybe if you just shut up for 5 minutes and realize that the Americans, they didn't know what to do with Godzilla, and just watch it for just mindless, stupid fun, and you don't even bother calling it Godzilla, it's actually a decent film. But no, everyone complains because Godzilla doesn't look like how he should. And yeah, I was kind of cheesed too, but to all my dino dudes out there, just calm down. I mean, Uncle Zilla, he did have some rough patches, but hey, overall, he's been doing great. I saw him at my family reunion, he was doing fine. The only Godzilla film I have actually despised was All Monsters Attack, aka Godzilla's Revenge. I thought that thing was just pathetic. But that's another story for another day. Now I'm going to talk about Godzilla. Oh yeah. So the story. I was really, really happy because they decided they wanted to go back to the original Godzilla-ish line for the story. So what you would have seen in, say, you would have seen Gojira or Godzilla King of the Monsters. So what I mean by that is they say he had been around for roughly 60 million years. Oh yes, and big spoilers here, but I don't care anymore, okay? He'd been asleep for about 60 million years, and then due to nuclear testing, he was awoken. That, and also there are two other gigantic monsters, which I'd never seen before, which were brand new, and weren't mentioned until like about a week before the film came out. And he decides, you know what, he wants to help humanity, mainly because, you know, he wants first dibs on Earth. He wants first dibs on tearing down cities, you know, like he doesn't want competition. So, yeah, we have I'm not going to spoil a lot, but I will say we have a fantastically strong story. All our characters, they have tons of depth and personality, and at least for the main characters, you feel really attached to them. And, dude, this is in a Godzilla movie. When have we ever had depth or personality outside of this one? And even then, we hated all of them. But seriously, we could care about these characters. Like, it was fantastic. And one character, actually, his father dies at one point. But when he does, you really feel sad. Like, I actually was feeling like it kind of hit me in the gut, because from all the trailers it looked like he was going to live, but he was just a likable guy, and you really did care for him. And he died, and yeah. Anyhow, no, I'm not going to talk about that till I get to special effects. Anyhow, they actually did not leave giant plot holes and logic holes. They actually had reasons backing up everything they did, where unlike, say, Godzilla 2000, they're like, oh yeah, let's just do this because we can do it. Yeah, we don't have much reason. Let's just, like blow up a building because there's an alien ship on top and we don't even know if it's good or bad. Actually, at the time they did know it was bad, but you get my point. Like, they have, like, actual reason backing up everything they do, and it was great. I was just floored by the writing alone. And you guys, this film is pretty long. It's almost something like 2.5 hours. So it's almost as long as a short Peter Jackson film. But boom, 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 I didn't notice the time. Because I was so drawn in. This film will grab onto you and will not let go. This film is actually quite witty at times. It is very serious, it is very emotional, and it is 100% awesome. And you know what, you guys, the fact that I saw this thing in Ultra AVX, so wall-to-wall screen, better than Blu-ray quality, reclining seats, and perfect audio, it was amazing. In fact, I did complete one of my life goals, actually. I bought popcorn and a large drink at the beginning of the film, got through it about halfway, had to go to the bathroom, because, I drank like a soda like that big, like what are you expecting? And I actually got more food after I was done going to the bathroom. And that lasted me to the end of the film. So you guys, I spent about $30 just on food. Actually, no I didn't, because the second time I bought food I used scene points, but that's beside the point. You guys, I got 2 large bags of popcorn and 2 large drinks just to get through the film. It was that. I kind of felt like I wanted to do it because it was that amazing. Wow, and that's just the writing alone. Is there anything else I can really mention? Yes, there is one thing I do want to touch on, and it's nothing really big. It's not going to ruin the film. I was just kind of curious by it. When the 2 other monsters first show up, they initially go, "Oh, Godzilla will save us," and the only reason they believe that is because one other guy, this Japanese, ecologist guy, he said Godzilla will fight them. Like, he said, let them fight. And that was really it. So, to me, it kind of seemed like it was just, they were just going, you know what, let's just have Godzilla be the good guy for the sake of big monster fights. But, you know what, that really didn't bug me. It was just something worth mentioning, though, because some people may be bugged by it. Me, I didn't care. But, yeah. Moving on. The acting. Well, I only knew one actor from this movie, and that was Arron-Taylor Jackson, who I also know as Kick-Ass. From Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass. Now, I know him to do stuff like this.
Fine. Don't just say fine and then shoot me in the chest. It's not cool, like at all.
Okay. Jeez.
Sorry. Or stuff like this.
Like Batman and Robin.
Okay, Robin wishes he was me.
Sorry. I know him to be really funny. Now, put him into Godzilla when he's playing a military soldier, or at least the son of one who, yeah, whatever. He's a military soldier, in essentially, who has to be very serious. But you know what, you guys? Oh, serious and yet just still kind of like, this is a bad idea. Like, not like solid face, but just kind of not. He's not like cracking jokes and being vulgar every 5 seconds like he is in Kick-Ass. Even in the trailers, you know what I mean. Anyhow, moving on. He did a fantastic job. And everybody else did fantastic jobs. You guys, I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but child actors usually don't do a good job. And that's just because they don't have, well, I don't know, it's just, they never seem to me do good. And there have been a few exceptions, such as Home Alone and the Charlie Brown Christmas special and all that kind of stuff, but it's because I watched that when I was a kid, so I really didn't notice it then, and now because I've watched it so many times, it's pointless to try and complain about it. They did have a few child actors in this movie. They were doing great jobs. And that was just like the 2 kids, like Arron-Taylor Jackson. Everybody in this film, boom, 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 boom. Nobody was a bad actor. Like, if you told me, if you like put five of them, the five main actors over water on like little planks, and you said you have to drop one, which one did the worst? I wouldn't be able to choose anybody, because everyone was fantastic. And I can rarely say that. And I never thought I'd be able to say that about a Godzilla film. Especially this one. This one was just horrible. Especially, what's her face? Maria Pitalo, she could not act to save her life. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so acting was phenomenal across the board. Like, I had no problems with it. Special effects. Holy Triceratops eggs, you guys. These were some of the most dino dope effects I've ever seen in my Jurassic life. You guys, Godzilla, he looked better than any time I have ever seen him in any movie, even compared to Godzilla 2000. That is saying a lot. They went for CG this time, much like this, but they didn't royally mess it up like they did in that. Okay, so my aim was a little off. It's now my garbage can. I didn't mean to do that. He looks fantastic, and there are certain shots with both him and the other two monsters when they look like they're just guys in rubber suits fighting in a city. But it constantly goes back and forth between like Pacific Rim style CG, but it was the guys who made Pacific Rim not Guillermo del Toro, but the guys who did the effects for Pacific Rim did the effects for this movie. So of course they were gonna look fantastic, because Pacific Rim was awesome. Yeah. So the effects, I can't really talk about them much because they are just phenomenal. And you guys, much unlike the version which I just threw down there, they used his nitro breath, or atomic breath. And they used it in the most Jurassically epic way I have ever seen. Guys, this is a spoiler alert, and I don't care what you say, but he grabs one of the other monsters, opens his mouth, shoots nitro breath down its mouth, and then cuts his head off from the inside with his nitro breath. Or atomic breath. How Triceratopsly epic is that, you guys? And best of all, they actually got his roar like he sounded in the original one, just much louder and much, much more effective. How did it go? It went something like... Yeah, I can do that. I can do pretty good impressions. What do you think? So yeah, the music. Okay, here I want to touch on for just a second. And I need to hurry up, because this is already getting pretty long. But the music. There were certain shots in the trailer like this. Or this. Or this. When they didn't play any music and they just had this very quiet-ish noise, which really made you think what's going on. In the movie, the score is fantastic, and I will probably have to download it through iTunes. Like, it was amazing. And it makes these scenes all the more intense, all the more action-packed, and all the more just Tyrannosaurusly awesome! Wow. But other than that, stuff like, lighting was perfect. And camera work was phenomenal. And the sound mix I already talked about is sound, like his new roar. It was great. Okay, let me just think real quick before I finish up. Effects, writing, acting, music. Pacing, I can touch on this very briefly. This film actually, like I said, has a very strong plot, but it does not bore you with just talk, 5 minutes of fighting, talk, 5 minutes of chasing, talk, 5 minutes of fighting, like in the 1998 version, which again, I just kind of tossed into the trash can. I really wish I hadn't, because I just tossed out a pair of underwear. I think it's on top of them. Hang on. Oh, that's a relief. It's not. Whew. So yeah, do you guys think I can recommend Godzilla? If you say no, I am going to come and hunt you down. Totally, you guys! This film was awesome! Like, out of 4 raptor claws, 4 claws, I give this thing 10. This thing is the best movie I have seen all year, all of last year. This tops the Lego Movie. This tops The Hobbit Part 2. This tops Pacific Rim. This tops Fast and Furious 6. This tops, hang on, Batman The Dark Knight Returns Deluxe Edition. And this tops Frozen. You guys, when I was I've been working on my top 5 best films of this year so far. So far it's been like Pacific Rim, then Frozen. And Frozen, I didn't think anything was going to be able to top it. The day the world ends is the day that something will be able to top this. Or a sequel comes out, you know. So this has been the best film I have seen all year, and nothing has even come close to it. You guys, I adored every second of this movie. If you get the chance, go out and watch it. When this thing comes out, I'm going to buy the Blu-ray 3D edition and then buy a 3D TV just so I can see this thing again in 3D, because the 3D was great. Oh my pterodactyl wings. You guys, I'm done. I'm gonna go watch the original Godzilla again, because it was, you know what, I'm kind of in the mood for it. So you guys, I will be returning to Marvel May, even though Marvel May is almost finished. And yes, I will be reviewing a certain film you guys have been waiting for me to do for quite a while. But that's not till when I actually post it. But hey, you know what, you guys? This film was amazing. I can't wait for it to come out on Blu-ray, and I'm probably going to go see it in theaters again, multiple times. Because I've already seen The Amazing Spider-Man 2 twice, so I'm probably going to see this thing like 5 times. And you know what, you guys? If you guys think I should see Kick-Ass, just tell me in the comments below, and I'll probably check them out. You know, I've kind of been interested for a while, but I never really got around to watching them. But if you guys think I should watch them, go ahead and tell me. I might get around to it. But hey, that's until next time, and until then, folks, this is to all my dino dudes out there, this is the Media Raptor saying keep cool, and I will see you guys around. Thanks to guys.